Let's start by standing on our mats, feet hip-width distance apart, toes pointing forwards, hands by your side. You can widen your stance a little bit if that's more comfortable for you. Bring your right hand up, fingers pointing towards the ceiling. Slide your left hand down towards your knee and bend towards the left. You can bend as deep as is comfortable for you. Try not to strain too much and make sure you're breathing in this pose. Release the right hand down and let's take it on the other side. Release the left hand down, come back to center. Bring your left arm to your right shoulder and take your right arm around your lower back towards your left hip. Twist and look over your right shoulder. Make sure your hips are facing forward as much as possible and you're twisting from your torso and not your knees and your legs. Now, let's take the same twist on the other side. So now you'll twist and look over your left shoulder. Okay, now release the twist. Take your right hand up and drop your right hand towards your upper back. With the help of your left hand, pull the right elbow back and take a nice shoulder stretch. Now release the pose and do it on the other side. Release the pose, hinge from your hips, and fold over. So this is our first forward fold. So you can bend your knees if you want to. If your fingertips don't reach the ground, it's okay. You can just move your hips side to side and slowly try to open into this pose. You can grab opposite elbows and just hang here for a bit. Now plant your hands down on the mat in front of your face and start to widen the distance between your feet. Your toes are still pointing forward and you can take your feet as wide as is comfortable for you and you can just remain hinging from your hips here. Now walk your hands over to your right foot. You can grab your right foot or your right shin and try and bring your forehead as close to your knee as possible. And also keep your hips centered. Now release the right side and walk your hands over to the left and repeat the same thing on the left. Now walk your hands back to center, under your face. Bring your hips down. Right foot can be flat on the ground or you can be on your right toes. Left leg is extended out towards the left. Left toes are pointing up and maybe even flexing a little bit towards your face. Hands are in prayer position by the heart center or you can keep them down on the mat for balance. Now place your hands on the mat and shift your hips over to the left, bend the left knee and come into the same position on the other side. Place your hands on the floor, lift your hips back up to center, straighten your legs, toes pointing forward. Bring your hands to your hips, bring your torso parallel to the ground, straight back, and lift yourself up with control. Now start to lessen the distance between your feet, so walk them in a little bit, like a little more than hip width distance apart, and your toes are pointing towards the side. You can keep them at a 45-degree angle and start dropping your hips down towards the ground. So we're going to come into a squat here, and your hands are in prayer position in front of you. You can use both your elbows to push your knees out more and come deeper into your squat. Now interlace all your fingers, but keep your index fingers out so they're still pointing up towards the sky. Take your hands up towards the sky, extend your arms up, and then start pointing forwards and down and rounding your spine. And your gaze is down towards your groin region. Now lift up, fingers pointing towards the sky, and come all the way back up to standing. Now put your feet together and start bending towards your left. Look forward, keep your shoulders away from your ears, stretch as much as you can and keep breathing. Release the pose, come straight up and bend to the other side. Now come back to center, release your hands down by your side, and as you're releasing your hands down by your side, come bend forward. So you can bring your hands down by your feet if that's comfortable for you. If you're unable to touch the floor, that's fine too. You can bend your knees a little bit if you need to. Now reverse the pose, come all the way back up. Hands back up to the sky in prayer position, stretch up, and again breathe out and forward fold. Come up, stretch up, prayer position, and again forward fold. So we're just going to keep repeating this. So come up, stretch up, hands in prayer position, and as you breathe out, forward fold again. And come up again, hands up, stretch up. And now step your feet out really nice and wide, toes pointing forward. Start opening your hands by your side, shoulder height. Look towards your right. Turn your right toes towards the right of the room. The position of the left toes doesn't change, and bend into your right knee. Look towards your right fingertips. Now place your left hand on your left knee, right arm extends up and towards the left. Okay, release and bring your right forearm to the top of the right thigh and extend your left arm up and towards the side in line with your left leg. Come back to center. Unbend the right knee, straighten the right leg, and switch positions and come into the same position on the left side. So your left toes are now pointing towards the left. You're bending through your left knee. Your right toes are pointing forward. Arms are extended out and you're looking towards your left fingertips. Now right hand to right knee and left arm up and over to the right. Now left arm to left thigh, extending out through the right arm towards the left side in line with the right leg. Come back to center. Straighten the left knee. Bring your feet in just a few inches closer to one another. Toes are pointing out towards the sides, and squat down. Bring your hips down to a goddess squat. Your hands are in prayer position by your heart center. Now drop your right hand down towards your right foot and extend your left arm up towards the sky. Come back to center. Drop the left hand down towards the left foot. Extend the right hand up towards the sky. Come back to center. Put your hands on your knees and slowly lift yourself up with support. Just release your hips here for a few moments and then squat down again. And this time, place your hands on your knees and bend forward. Drop your hands down and try to really get into the hip here. And now plant your left hand down, right hand up towards the sky, and take an open arm twist here. Now right hand down and left arm up towards the sky. Bring your left hand back down. Place both your hands on your knees and again lift yourself back up. Bring your feet in, back together, toes pointing forward. Your arms are extending out in front of you, fingers pointing forward, arms are at shoulder level. Now slowly start lifting your heels up and come up on your toes. Now start sinking deep into your hips and sitting back as though you're sitting on a chair. Now come sitting all the way down on your heels. Eventually, place your hands on the floor, fingertips on the floor, and try and bring your forehead to your knee. So you're rounding through your spine. Walk your hands out in front of you a little bit if that's comfortable for you. And just breathe here. Now drop your knees down to the floor. Swing your feet out to one side. Bring your hips down on the floor and bring the soles of your feet together in front of you. So try to bring your heels as close to your groin as possible. And we're just going to flap our knees here like a butterfly. So you're going to grab your feet with your fingers and just keep flapping your knees here. Try to straighten through your spine as much as you can. Try not to round here through the spine and keep breathing. Now stop flapping. Place your left hand behind you, right hand on your left knee, and twist and look over your left shoulder. Now look forward, take your left hand up and bend towards the right. Bring your left hand down. Take your right hand back now, left hand on right knee, twist and look over your right shoulder. Now right hand comes up and over towards the left and you're bending towards the left side. Okay, bring the hand down. Now grab your feet again with your hands and come bend forward. Walk your hands out to the right and keep bending over your right knee. Arms are extended out. Now walk your hands over to the left side and bend over your left knee. Again, arms extended out. Now come back to center and lift yourself back up. Now let's set up for wide leg forward fold. So send both your feet out by the side, straighten your legs, keep your toes pointing up. Adjust yourself here so you're comfortable. Flex your toes towards your face and slowly start bending forward. Walk your hands out in front of you as much as is comfortable for you. You can come down onto your elbows, or you can come down completely if that's accessible to you today. You can even grab opposite elbows in front of you and rest your forehead down on your forearms. Slowly lift yourself back up. Bring your hands up and fold over your right leg. Now you can grab your right toes, or you can grab your right knee, your right shin, your right ankle, wherever your hands reach. Release back to center, hands up, and fold over your left leg. Let's release and slowly come back to center. Fold your legs in front of you. Your right ankle will be stacked over your left knee, and your right knee will be stacked over your left ankle, shins parallel to the front edge of the mat. Raise your right hand up, fingers to the sky, and drop it back. Now reach back with your left hand and hook your right and left fingertips. Keep your neck and spine neutral here, look forward and breathe. If your fingertips don't reach, you can hold a small towel or a strap between your hands. Slowly release your hands, keep them by the side of your legs and fold over your legs. Let's lift back up, and now we're going to stack our right knee over our left knee. Here we want to make sure that both our sit bones, our hips, are on the ground. You're gonna forward fold over your legs and you're gonna bring your arms out in front of you. Now walk your hands to your ankles, lift up, slowly lift up. And now we're going to repeat all these poses on the other side. So first, stack your left ankle over right knee, left knee over right ankle. Take your left hand up, drop it back. Reach around with your right hand and try to grab your left fingertips. Keep your neck and spine neutral, look forward and breathe. Release your hands down to your sides and fold over your legs. Walk your hands out in front of you and totally release. Slowly lift up and stack your left knee over your right. Fold over your legs, and you can keep your hands on your ankles or you can extend them out in front of you. lift yourself back up and come lying down on your mat. Keep your knees bent and bring them in towards your chest. Grab the outside edges of your feet with your hands and open up into happy baby. So you want to pull down on your feet with your hands so that you're bringing your knees as close as you can to the ground. You also want to keep your shoulders as close to the ground as possible. Now draw your feet in together, soles touch. Grab your feet with your hands and hold. Now release the left foot down to the ground. Cross your right ankle over your left knee. Draw your left knee in towards the chest. Grab behind your left thigh with your hands. Extend the left leg up straight, and the sole of your left foot is facing the ceiling. Now you're going to release your right leg up to the sky as well. Grab behind both legs with your hands and bring them a little closer to your face. Now flex your feet a few times, release the tops of your feet as well. And now we're going to bring our left ankle over our right knee. Grab behind the right leg or right knee, sole of the right foot towards the sky. Now release the left foot up to meet the right. Now grab behind your shins this time. Flex the feet towards your face and see if you can bring your forehead to touch your knees. So lift your upper body up and bring your forehead to your knees. Now slowly release both feet down to the ground. Send your right leg out and straight flat on the ground. Bring your left knee into the chest and place your right hand on it and twist to the right. You're turning your head to look towards the left. Your left arm is out shoulder level, but you have a 90-degree bend in your elbow so that your arms are like cactus arms. Release your twist back to center and now send your left leg out. Right knee comes into the chest. Place your left hand on your right knee and twist to the left. Your right arm is out to the side with a 90-degree bend in the elbow, and you're turning your head to look towards your right. Now come back to center, hug both your knees into your chest, grab your knees with your hands, bring them closer into your chest, and slowly rock side to side to release your lower back. Let's drop our feet down to the mat and with our knees bent, bring our soles to touch and open our hips out to the side. You can place your hands on your hips or you can grab opposite elbows and place your arms above your head. Now slowly bring your knees up and in towards one another. Feet are flat on the ground. Now straighten your legs out, mat width distance apart. Your feet are falling out to the sides. Your hands are by the side of your body, palms facing upwards. We're in our final relaxation pose now, and we're just going to be here for a few moments. You can stay here for as long as you like, or bend your knees, feet flat on the ground, roll over to one side and lift yourself up and come into a comfortable seated position. Bring your hands to your heart center in a prayer position. I thank you for joining me for this practice, and I hope you have a wonderful day ahead.